Aerosol noun a suspension of ultramicroscopic solid or liquid particles in air or gas such as smoke, fog, or mist. Albuquerque geographical name city the state's most populous in central New Mexico population 545,852. Animatronics plural noun technology dealing with animatronic animation. Antonyms plural noun a word of opposite meaning. Assam geographical name state of northeastern India on the edge of the Himalayas and bordering on Bhutan and Bangladesh. Capital Dispur area 30,318 square miles 78,827 square kilometers. Population 26,638,407. Attorney noun one who is legally appointed to transact business on another's behalf, specifically lawyer. Avens noun a plant of the genus Geum. Bilge noun the part of the underwater body of a ship lying between the flat of the ship's bottom and the straight vertical topsides, specifically the point of greatest curvature. Boba noun bubble tea. Bunsen burner noun a burner used especially in the laboratory that consists typically of a straight barrel 4 or 5 inches high with a gas orifice and holes near the bottom for admission of air, the mixture of gas and air formed burning at the top with a feebly luminous but intensely hot flame. Bureaucrats plural noun an official of a bureau or a member of a bureaucracy, especially a government official confirmed in a narrow rigid formal routine or established with great authority in one department. Chicana noun an American woman or girl of Mexican descent. Commandments plural noun the act of commanding, power of command, or what is commanded, specifically one of the biblical 10 commandments. Communing present tense verb to attain to an earnest or deep feeling of unity, appreciation, and receptivity used with. Contagion noun something that serves as a medium to transmit disease, a virus or other infective agent that may produce disease. Copenhagen geographical name city and port located chiefly on eastern Sjælland Island, Denmark. Population 579,513. Note: Copenhagen is the capital and most populous city of Denmark. Craquelure noun a cracking as of varnish, color, or enamel on a work of plastic art. Deadpan adjective having or communicated with an assumed air of earnestness or gravity. Demure adjective marked by quiet modesty, sedate reserve, restraint, or sobriety, not demanding attention, retiring, shy. Destitution noun state of being deprived of or lacking something, destitute condition. Divot noun a piece of turf dug from a golf fairway in making a stroke. Dynasty noun a succession of rulers of the same line of descent. Ellipsis noun ellipse. Erlenmeyer flask noun a flat-bottomed conical flask whose shape allows the contents to be shaken laterally without danger of spilling. Fens plural noun low peaty land covered wholly or partly with water and less artificially drained. Forsook past tense verb past tense and obsolete past participle of forsake. Frijoles plural noun bean. Gilgamesh noun a legendary Sumerian king and hero of the Gilgamesh epic. Grebe noun any of various aquatic birds that constitute the family Colymbidae and order Colymbiformes, are closely related to the loons but with the toes lobate instead of webbed, have a rudimentary tail and narrow tarsi shaped like a blade, and are very expert divers and able to swim long distances underwater. Ha noun a piece of enclosed ground yard. Hitherto adverb a deep opening as in the earth, a narrow deep steep-walled valley, gorge, or canyon, a yawning abyss, a deep gap impassable by ordinary means. Illinois, Illinois, Illinois. Geographical name: state in the central part of the U.S. having the Mississippi River as its western boundary and bordering on Lake Michigan in the northeast. Capital: Springfield. Area: 56,400 square miles, 146,640 square kilometers. Population: 12,830,632. Innards, 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 plural noun: the internal organs of a man or animal. Insufferable, 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 adjective: incapable of being endured. Jeopardy, 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 noun: exposure to or imminence of death, loss, or injury, danger, hazard. Koi, 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 noun: carp. Kung fu, kung fu, kung fu, noun: any of various Chinese martial arts and related disciplines that are practiced especially for self-defense, exercise, and spiritual growth. Laundromat, 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 noun: a self-service laundry, formerly a U.S. registered trademark. Lex, 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 plural noun: the basic monetary unit of Albania. Macau or Macau, Macau or Macau, Macau or Macau. Geographical name: peninsula in the province of Guangdong, southeastern China, in the Xi River Delta west of Hong Kong. Macedonia, Macedonia, Macedonia. Geographical name: region of southern Europe in the Balkan Peninsula in northeastern Greece, the former Yugoslav section of North Macedonia, and southwestern Bulgaria, including territory of the ancient Kingdom of Macedonia. Mangles, 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 noun: beet, specifically Mangelwurzel. Matterhorn, 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 noun: a high steep-sided sharp-pointed peak or mountain. Megaron, 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 noun: the great central hall of an ancient Mycenaean house, usually containing a center hearth. Metronome, 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 noun: an instrument that emits an audible repetitive tap regulated to mark rhythm as for music, marching, sports, or industrial repetition. Moira, 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 noun: individual destiny, the will of the god's fate. Mumbai, Mumbai, Mumbai. Geographical name: city and port in western India, capital of Maharashtra and of the former Bombay State Metropolitan Area. Population: 11,914,398. Nitrogen, 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 noun: a common non-metallic element that in the free form is normally a colorless, odorless, tasteless, insoluble, inert diatomic gas comprising 78% of the atmosphere by volume, obtained industrially by fractional distillation of liquid air, and used chiefly as an inert atmosphere as in industrial processes, and that in the combined form has a wide range of valences as from -3 in ammonia to +5 in nitric acid and nitrates, and is a constituent of biologically important compounds as proteins, nucleic acids, alkaloids, and hence of all living cells, as well as of industrially important substances as cyanides, fertilizers, dyes, antibiotics. Symbol N. Nopalus, 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 plural noun: a cactus of the genus Nopalia, as the cochineal fig broadly. Okefenokee, Okefenokee, Okefenokee. Geographical name: swamp over 600 square miles, 1,554 square kilometers long in southeastern Georgia and northeastern Florida. Petticoat, 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 noun: a garment characteristic or typical of women. Pews, 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 plural noun: a compartment in the auditorium of a church providing seats for several persons. Pinyin, 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 noun: a system for romanizing Chinese ideograms in which tones are indicated by diacritics and unaspirated consonants are transcribed as voiced. Pipette or pipette, pipette or pipette, pipette or pipette, noun: a small piece of apparatus with which fluids are transferred, measured, or absorbed as in chemical operations, and which in the simplest form consists of a narrow glass tube into which the liquid is drawn up by suction and in which it is retained by closing the upper end. Pixels, 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 plural noun: any of the numerous small discrete elements that together constitute an image as on a television screen. Pleiades, 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 noun: a conspicuous cluster of stars in the constellation Taurus that includes 6 stars in the form of a very small dipper. Popocatépetl, Popocatépetl, Popocatépetl. Geographical name: volcano, 17,887 feet 5,452 meters high in Puebla, southeast central Mexico. Ramadan or Ramadhan Ramadan or Ramadhan Ramadan or Ramadhan noun the 9th month of the Islamic year observed as a sacred month on each day of which strict fasting is practiced from dawn to sunset. Rooibos tea Rooibos tea Rooibos tea noun a beverage that is made from a southern African shrub Aspalathus cedarburgensis of the family Leguminosae. Sauna 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 noun a Finnish bath and steam from water thrown on heated stones. Shaanxi 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 geographical name province of north-central China bordering on the Huang Yellow River. Capital Xi'an area 75,598 square miles 195,799 square kilometers. Population 37,327,379. Shoal 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 noun a place where a sea, river, or other body of water is shallow. Slakes 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 present tense verb to bring his thirst to an end with or as if with refreshing drink satisfy, allay. Snivel 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 verb to cry or whine with snuffling. Spawned 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 past tense verb to produce or deposit eggs or spawn, used of an aquatic animal. Sprocket 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 noun a tooth or projection as on the periphery of a wheel shaped so as to engage with a chain. Steeds 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 plural noun horse especially a spirited horse for state or war. Sumerian 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 adjective of, relating to, or characteristic of ancient Sumer. Surfactant 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 noun surface active agent. Taoism or Taoism Taoism or Taoism Taoism or Taoism noun a religion and philosophy of China traditionally founded by Lao Tzu in the 6th century BC and originally teaching conformity to the Tao by unassertive action and retirement from the world for a pristine simplicity, but later becoming a highly syncretistic religion greatly concerned with obtaining longevity and immortality, often by magical means. Tetrazzini 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 adjective, prepared with pasta and a white sauce seasoned with sherry and served au gratin. Trinidadian 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 adjective of, relating to, or characteristic of the island of Trinidad. Tripe 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 noun a wall of the stomach of a ruminant and especially of the ox used as an article of food. Turquoise or Turquoise Turquoise or Turquoise Turquoise or Turquoise noun a mineral Cul6Po44OH 8.5H2O consisting of a blue, bluish-green, or greenish-gray hydrous basic copper aluminum phosphate isomorphous with chalcosiderite, occurring usually in reniform masses with a botryoidal surface, taking a high polish, and changing sometimes to a green tint but when sky blue valued as a gem and mined in Persia and Arizona and New Mexico. Uncanny 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 adjective arousing feelings of dread or of inexplicable strangeness seeming to have a supernatural character, cause, or origin eerie, mysterious, weird. Versailles 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 geographical name a commune in northern France population 86,110. Wok 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 noun a large bowl-shaped cooking utensil used especially in stir-frying. Acclimate 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 verb acclimatize. Altimeter 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 noun an instrument for measuring height as above sea level or ground level usually in the form of an aneroid barometer designed to register changes in atmospheric pressure accompanying changes in altitude and calibrated in feet, yards, or meters. Amphoras 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 plural noun an ancient Greek jar or vase having a large oval body, narrow cylindrical neck, and two handles that rise almost to the level of the mouth. Antechamber 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 noun a room or foyer placed before and leading into a chief apartment and serving as a waiting room. Antimony 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 noun a trivalent and pentavalent metalloid element that is commonly metallic silvery white, crystalline, and brittle yet rather soft but is known also in black amorphous, unstable yellow, and explosive forms, that occurs in the free state but more often combined in minerals such as stibnite, kermesite, valentinite, and cervantite and in ores of other metals such as lead, that is prepared chiefly from stibnite usually by roasting and smelting, and that is used especially as a constituent of alloys such as antimonial lead, type metals, and bearing metals, symbol SB. Aptitude 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 noun a tendency, capacity, or inclination to learn or understand, mental alertness, quick-wittedness, aptness. Arable, arable, arable adjective, capable of being plowed, fit for tillage and crop production. Aspirin, aspirin, aspirin noun, a white crystalline compound CH3COOC6H for COOH of salicylic acid, used especially in tablet form as an antipyretic and analgesic like the salicylates, but producing fewer undesirable effects. Aura, aura, aura noun, a distinctive highly individualized atmosphere surrounding or attributed to a given source. Categorically, categorically, categorically adverb, without qualification or reservation, absolutely. Centrifuge, centrifuge, centrifuge noun, a machine for whirling fluids rapidly to separate substances of different densities by centrifugal force, as cream from milk, sediment from oil. Chasm, chasm, chasm noun, a deep opening as in the earth, a narrow, deep, steep-walled valley, gorge, or canyon, a yawning abyss, a deep gap impassable by ordinary means. Coccidiosis, coccidiosis, coccidiosis noun, infestation with or disease caused by coccidia. Coleus, coleus, coleus noun, any of several Old World herbs, especially genus Plectranthus of the mint family, that are widely cultivated in warm regions, especially for their fragrant, often colorful foliage, especially an evergreen perennial herb. Plectranthus scutellarioides. Synonym Coleus blumei. Synonym Solenostemon. Scutellarioides, native to southeastern Asia and widely grown as an ornamental for the showy, highly variegated leaves of its cultivars. Conciliatory, conciliatory, conciliatory adjective, tending to conciliate, pacific, mollifying, propitiating. Conjunto, conjunto, conjunto noun, a kind of Mexican-American music that has been influenced by the music of German immigrants to Texas and that features the accordion in addition to Mexican elements. Contemptible, contemptible, contemptible adjective, worthy of contempt, meriting scorn and condemnation as paltry, mean, base, or vile, held in contempt. Decibels, 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 plural noun, a unit for measuring the relative loudness of sounds, equal approximately to the smallest degree of difference of loudness ordinarily detectable by the human ear, the range of which includes about 130 decibels on a scale beginning with 1 for the faintest audible sound. Deficiencies, 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 plural noun, the quality or state of being deficient, defect, inadequacy. Defoliant, defoliant, defoliant noun, a chemical spray or dust applied to crop plants as cotton that is to be harvested with a stripper to cause the leaves to drop off prematurely. Dendrochronology, dendrochronology, dendrochronology noun, the science of dating events, intervals of time, and variations in environment in former periods by study of the sequence of and differences between rings of growth in trees and aged wood. Dilute, 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 verb, to make thinner or more liquid by admixture as with water. Elongated, 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 adjective, elongate. Expulsion, expulsion, expulsion noun, an act of expelling or a state of being expelled, a driving or forcing out, summary removal as from membership or association. Extravagant, extravagant, extravagant adjective, exceeding the limits of reason or necessity, exceeding proper bounds, going beyond what is justifiable. Gorilla, gorilla, gorilla noun, an anthropoid ape, gorilla, gorilla. Synonym G. Savage, that inhabits a small part of the forest region of equatorial West Africa, is closely related to the chimpanzee but less arboreal, less erect, and much larger, sometimes exceeding 5½ feet in height and 500 pounds in weight, and has massive bones, broad shoulders, very long arms, strong jaws with prominent canine teeth, a nose with a low median ridge, small ears, and a face covered with black skin. Horticulture, horticulture, horticulture noun, the cultivation of an orchard, garden, or nursery on a small or large scale, the science and art of growing fruits, vegetables, flowers, or ornamental plants. Hypocaust, hypocaust, hypocaust noun, a central heating system of an ancient Roman dwelling, public bath, or other building consisting of an underground furnace or fire chamber and a series of tile flues for distribution of the heat. Incandescent, incandescent, incandescent adjective, white, glowing, or luminous with intense heat. Incarnated, incarnated, incarnated past tense verb, to give a concrete or actual form, to embody in reality or in a more definite ideal form, actualize. Incense noun material as gums or woods used to produce a fragrant odor when burned. Incited past tense verb to move to a course of action stir up spur on urge on. Indignant adjective filled with or marked by indignation. Insolent adjective haughty and contemptuous or brutal in behavior or language overbearing. Interstellar adjective located among the stars of the Milky Way or of other galaxies or passing from one star to another. Jugular adjective of or relating to the throat or neck. Lanthanides, plural noun, a chemical element of the lanthanide series. Lasso or lasso noun, a rope or long thong of leather with a running noose that is used especially for catching horses and cattle. Luciferin noun, a pigment believed to be related to the flavin pigments that is found in luminescent organisms as fireflies and that furnishes practically heatless light in undergoing oxidation, promoted by luciferase. Lymphoma noun, a usually malignant tumor of lymphoid tissue. Magistrates, plural noun, a public official entrusted with administration of the laws. Malicious adjective given to, marked by, or arising from malice. Malignant adjective evil in nature or influence or effect, injurious, baleful, malign. Malnutrition noun, faulty nutrition due to inadequate or unbalanced intake of nutrients or their impaired assimilation or utilization. Meitnerium noun, a short-lived radioactive element of atomic number 109 that is produced artificially, symbol mt. Minimus noun, the little finger or toe, the fifth digit. Nondescript adjective lacking distinguishing characteristics or a distinctive character belonging or appearing to belong to no particular class or kind, not easily described, unclassifiable, indeterminable, indescribable. Palomino noun, a slender-legged short-coupled horse that is light tan or cream in color with white markings on the face and legs, has a flaxen or white mane and tail, and is descended primarily from Arabian horses. Paralysis noun, complete or partial loss of function involving the power of motion or of sensation in any part of the body, palsy. Patronize verb, to have or adopt an air of superiority and condescension towards someone, to treat someone haughtily or superciliously. Peplos noun, a garment worn by women of ancient Greece, consisting of a rectangular cloth folded and draped on the upper body and clasped usually with a brooch at the shoulder. Perpendicularity noun, the quality or state of being perpendicular. Pervading adjective prevalent or dominant by reason of having become widely diffused or diffused through every part of something. Photosynthesis noun, synthesis of chemical compounds with the aid of light, sometimes including the near infrared or near ultraviolet, especially the formation of carbohydrates from carbon dioxide and a source of hydrogen as water in chlorophyll-containing cells as of green plants exposed to light, involving a photochemical release of oxygen through the decomposition of water followed by various enzymatic synthetic reactions that usually do not require the presence of light. Pronaos noun, the outer part of an ancient Greek temple forming a portico immediately in front of the cella and delimited by the front wall of the cella and the columns or the antean columns, also the narthex of an early church. Propitious adjective, favorably disposed, graciously inclined, benevolent. Pullets, plural noun, a young hen, specifically a hen of the common fowl less than a year old. Punctually adverb, in a punctual manner, precisely. Quarry noun, an open excavation usually for obtaining building stone, slate, or limestone. Recede verb, to move back or away, fall or draw back to a more distant line or position, withdraw. Refuge, 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 noun, shelter, or protection from danger or distress. Repose, 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 noun, a state of resting after activity or strain. Retinitis pigmentosa, retinitis pigmentosa, retinitis pigmentosa, noun, any of several hereditary progressive degenerative diseases of the eye marked by night blindness in the early stages, atrophy and pigment changes in the retina, constriction of the visual field, and eventual blindness. Samian, 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 adjective of or relating to the island of Samos in the Aegean Sea. Scandium, 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 noun, a white trivalent metallic element sparsely but widely distributed in combined form in association with the rare earth metals with which it is sometimes included and found especially in various Scandinavian minerals as thortveitite, symbol Sc. Secreted, 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 past tense verb to deposit or conceal in a hiding place, hide. Senescent, 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 adjective, growing old, aging. Silicon, 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 noun, a tetravalent nonmetallic element that occurs in combined form as the most abundant element next to oxygen in the Earth's crust, that can be obtained as brittle hard lustrous gray crystals with the lattice structure of diamond, as a glistening black graphitic form, or as a dark brown powder, that is usually prepared by reducing silica with carbon in an electric furnace, and that is used chiefly in the form of alloys such as ferrosilicon, in combination with ceramic materials in cermets, and as a semiconductor as in transistors, an element in photovoltaic cells. Simultaneously, 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 adverb, in a simultaneous manner at the same time, concurrenty. Societal, 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 adjective, of or relating to society, social. Sphagnum, 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 noun, a large genus coextensive with the order Sphagnales of atypical mosses that have a protonema which is not filamentous but resembles the prothallium of a fern, a pseudopodium which is derived from the gametophyte rather than the sporophyte as in other mosses, and leaves which contain abundant, colorless aqueous tissue interspersed with chlorophyll-bearing cells and that grow only in very wet acid areas where their accumulated remains become compacted with other plant debris to form peat. Thyroid, 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 noun, of, relating to, involving, or caused or produced by the thyroid gland. Tunic, 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 noun, a long usually plain close-fitting jacket made with a high collar and worn as by a soldier or policeman, especially as part of a uniform.